I'm glad Emma's going to be a reoccurring character, because we need a female badass from this anime season. And Emma is looking like that female badass from this season. Now, this episode, for the most part, is trying to hunt down the Zaruba ring, or the Motto ring. Pretty much, our main male character, Leon, has to get this ring, make a contract with Zaruba, and he can control his flames. That's the main overall plot of this episode. Now, the episode, for the most part, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it, and I felt like overall the conclusion of it had some solid pacing. For instance, with, you know, how our main male character was able to control his flames. Like, with this ring contract he made, he now can control, I'm guessing, the flames that were just trying to devour him last episode, because this ring completely states to him, like, okay, we are supposed to walk side by side. I am not your tool, I'm not your pet, pretty much like that. I'm not your servant. Pretty much, you know, you're supposed to walk side by side as equals. That's exactly what the Zaruba ring said in this episode. And he says, like, every new moon you will offer yourself, like, you'll get, like, offer yourself to me. And I'm like, whoa, what? So, the big question is, like, what is going to happen every new moon? I mean, is Zaruba going to take over, you know, Leon's body? Is that what's going to happen every new moon? Because it sounds like something you would hear out of a werewolf story or something, like, every new moon, I'll take over, or whatever. So, I think, you know, maybe Zaruba will take over Leon's body and use it on new moons or something. Or maybe he might be more savage. I'm just going to say that right now. Now, this episode, like I said, I felt like the animation quality of it was pretty good, too. I actually liked the animation of this episode, especially the CGI. The CGI wasn't the best, but I am really happy Mappa's actually keeping a consistent quality to its CGI animation. The CGI does not look that bad, and it actually looks good, especially in fights. Like that final scene of this episode, dude, that looked badass. I'm just gonna say right now, that the final scene in this episode, when you see that Makai Knight just pop up with his fucking armor CGI, that pose looked badass. I was like, damn, dude, that looked good. That really looked good. Alfonso, I kind of forgot all about him this episode. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot all about him in the majority of this episode until the end. I'm like, oh yeah, he's running away, ain't he? That's pretty bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if anyone's Alfonso fan. Now, the thing I do want to talk about is the bit with the main villain of this episode. The main villain of this episode was this kid, Marcelo. I think that's his name. I'm just gonna call him Marcelo, okay? Because he's pretty much dead now, so it doesn't really matter. But this kid, Marcelo, he was an apprentice to this blacksmith, like this long-term friend that Herman knew for a long time, and he was charged with, like, fixing this ring, the Zaruba ring, to give to Leon when he got his golden knight armor and he grew up to where his flames were trying to devour him. And this apprentice that was working underneath this dude for a very long time, years, decided that, oh, I want that ring, and grabs the ring and gets turned into a horror. I mean, I don't know what was going in that dude's head when he actually wanted to steal that ring. I mean, I'm willing to bet his, like, master, the blacksmith dude that was working on the ring, was telling him, like, the consequences of a regular alchemist or Makai Knight to grab that ring and use it. You turn into a horror and you go crazy. I don't know what the hell is going through his mind. I don't know what drugs he was smoking, but I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, like, what the hell? Now, I don't know if I'm the only one, it just may be me, but I was laughing my ass off when I saw that dude, like, you know, the master dude blacksmith that was fixing the ring, when he was just slinging rice into the fucking, like, on the flame. I'm like, dude, that sounds like salt. It looks like salt. It's like, here, sling salt on the flame. Salt. It reminded me of Kokuin-san a little bit. That's exactly what it reminded me of, Kokuin-san, when you saw our little female character, Kohina, just slinging salt. That's exactly what it looked like. I'm like, oh my god, that's pretty funny. Overall, great episode. I enjoyed it. Cannot wait for next week to see exactly where the plot will go. I'm hoping we'll get more Emma, because she is definitely a badass. And I wonder who that Makai Knight is at the end of this episode. I mean, is he going to be friend or foe? We have yet to know. But either way, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.